So let's kind of dig into the past. So in the past, there's a lot of marketing was generated before all the technology existed, right? You had the billboards, you had the posters, you had all the direct mail, right? Even before that, you had people yelling in the street, "Come buy my product," or whatever the hell they built that back then. So it was predominantly a lot around, like when you see the growth of a lot of things are happening. It's the growth is actually measured on, and it's directly correlated with how many channels were open, right? So marketing as an industry has grown over the past century. In 1839, you have posters. 1922, radio started existing. Then you have TV. Now you have ever since the internet came around, you can probably see since 1984, 1980s actually, there's just all this stuff that got built. You can advertise on Google, MSN, Facebook, LinkedIn. You have all these channels now within a medium, right? So a lot of the marketing growth as an industry was dependent on the medium or the channel that actually existed. But there was a dilemma. Since there's all these channels that kind of came about, especially online, you have all this data or all this like activity that was happening. You have, let's say you had an ad on TV. You had an ad on Facebook. You had an ad on LinkedIn. You had an ad on a radio station somewhere, right? How do you just manage all this activity that happens, and how do you know which one did really better than the other? So the dilemma was the number of channels and mediums that existed at this point in time far outweighed any of the technology that could actually manage and ingest any of this data, so you can actually manipulate it and actually understand it and apply some knowledge to it. And to solve this dilemma, you have all these 6,000 different technology companies that, probably 7,000 now, probably 8,000 now, that now exist to help you ingest and manage and execute on a lot of these strategies and actually manage a lot of this data. How many of you guys actually know about this, a chief MarTech super graphic? Raise of hands. Awesome. Because this essentially made this guy famous. So that's where, so again, to solve the problem of gathering all this data and actually manipulating and managing it all.